Look at that. A Mansouri. It don't come much nicer than that. Where am I then? Good question. Yeah, hi Rudge. Start that again. That's a bit. Yeah, hi Rudge. Yeah, you meet. That's a nice use of an old tree stump, isn't it? That's right. Yeah. Say hello to the YouTubers.
Yeah. Follow this guy. He's great.
Tell them to buy a ticket. It's very quiet at the moment.
At the moment, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I've forgotten to see when. You're one of these people that eats a kebab in the UK without being drunk. This is for you.
Amazing.
Where am I then? Good question. Well, yeah, it's Friday. Welcome back to Rudge, aka the Doctor. If you haven't already, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, sit back and enjoy the ride. And if you visited the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thank you ever so much. Massive, massive help to me. Well, where are we today? Well, tourism on the island's been a bit quiet of late. I've noticed the places I've visited, a lot of the tavernas haven't been full, not many hire cars out and about, one or two, but not as many as you normally have. And Lordas, where my friend Makis at Bar 7 has his place, usually struggle to park there during the day, and it's been busy, but not as busy. So I thought I'd visit a few of the major holiday hits that I don't normally visit during the peak season. We're mid-July now, so this place should be rocking and rolling. Yeah, I'm at the beach further up from Katelios. We're going to film that and then go into Katelios and have a look at that. So, let's get on. Well, here's the news. And before we start the news, actually, a few people have noticed that I'm wearing shorts. And one of them said, I think it was Ian Redmond, that reminds me I need some milk. Just rude. Anyway, the motorhome ban in Greece that everybody's talking about, yes, we've looked into this. Now, they haven't banned motorhomes from driving through Greece. You can still do that. But what you have to do the minute you hit Greek soil is drive directly to a registered campsite where you have to leave the vehicle. You can't then go off the campsite to the shops or visit a nice beach. You're not allowed to do that. That's it. It has to stay on the campsite. And then when you leave, you go back and on the ferry and home. If you do park outside a shop or any public place, you can get quite hefty fines. The vehicle can be impounded and in some cases imprisonment. So just be aware of that. Now, we did have a few words with one or two people about this, and one or two local people pointed out that we do get a lot of wildfires here this time of year because it's very dry throughout the summer. If you get a wind kick up, then it causes big problems for the fire service. Now, people have been camping on beaches, wild camping. They're complaining, saying it's affecting their rights to movement. Yeah, but if you cause a fire, you can wipe a whole village out. Anyway, in other news, Greece is burning, which is a good link. We've noticed that all the weather maps have been showing that the weather in Greece is bright red and we're all burning. Well, I can confirm we hit 40 degrees the other day and we're at the end of July. Barely hit 40 degrees. And for 2 days, it was about 31 degrees at night, which is very uncomfortable to sleep in. But it's subsided now. We're back to reasonable temperatures. While we're on that subject, let's have the weather from our roving weather reporter who's been all over Europe this week, Norton Rudge.
The It's hot. It's really hot, actually. There's not that much of a breeze. It's sweaty, it's sticky. Amazing.
Well, thank you, Norton, for that weather report. Anyway, in other news, lemon drizzle cake. You might remember the other week that we had a discussion about lemon drizzle cake. There's a big shortage on the island. A spokesman for Caravados, Fat Mouse, part of the Caravados wrecking crew, said that he would believe it when he saw it when the Hobbit said she would supply some. Supplies still haven't turned up, and locals are starting to lose the will to live over this. Now, Ian Redmond's partner, Sarah, has joined the fray, saying that she will bring some over. Well, I'd like to just point out that I prefer farmhouse cake. And with that, let's go over to our reporter. We have some problems on the island with the airport at the moment. So, Rudge, what's the news on the airport?
Yeah, well, thank you, Rudge. You joined me at Kefalonia Airport, the only airport on Kefalonia. Now, on their site, which I went on earlier, it's saying they're going to be closed from the 25th of November to the 15th of December. Yeah, on social media, it sort of suggests they're going to be closed for longer than that and into January, which is 2 months, not one. This has caused a few problems with various people.
Yeah, and I believe that from reading here that the Hobbit, that famous traveller who owns a mansion on the island, isn't very happy about this because she was planning to come back to visit the Rudge, that famous YouTuber, Rudge aka the Doctor, and then go back with him for Christmas. And of course, this causes a problem.
Yeah, that's right, Roger. Yeah, the famous Hobbit of Hobbit Hall. She's complaining because she was planning to fly out to see the Rudge and then fly back to do a family Christmas, possibly with the Rudge. Well, of course, those plans are scuppered. Now, that's not to say that hasn't wrecked a few families' plans on the island.
Is this unusual, though?
Well, yeah, I mean, last year they did this, didn't they? And I can tell you, we filmed from the viewing point that you can from Haravantos up the top there. You can see down onto the airport. There wasn't a lot of activity, and people are starting to say, "Well, what exactly did they do?" It's a bit like the traffic cones on the M6 in the UK. Yeah, I'd like to know exactly why they need to close it for that length of time. The other concern.
Yeah, well, we spoke to a spokesman. They did say it was for runway maintenance, but you know.
Yeah, that's right. The other concern that locals have is that, of course, if you have a serious illness here, you get airlifted to the mainland or one of the hospitals on the bigger island, because Kefalonia Hospital, although they do fantastic work here, can't always cope with serious illnesses. So they airlift you to Athens and places like that, and Patras. And the locals are concerned that those flights will continue.
Now, since that report went out, we have had word from a reliable source, which I won't divulge, that the airport now will only be closed from the 17th of November to the 1st of December. That's the latest update on that. Anybody's guess what they're going to do. This is Greece. But that is a reliable source. So, yeah, if you haven't booked your tickets, then I'd book early and come back late. That'd be my advice. Come back in April. Just a quickie before we go. The other important news on a serious note is that Waikiki Bar is closed all this season. Don't know what's going to happen to that next year. That was a dispute between the owners and the mayor's daughter, apparently. I think that's a bit short-sighted. I had a reporter down there last week, if you remember, reporting on that. People expect to see these places open. The other bit of important news is Muse Bar will only be open from 6 until 9, I think it is. They're serving cocktails and mezzas, things like that. She couldn't get a chef this year that she likes to do things. Nadia likes to do things properly, and couldn't get a chef to do the quality food that she serves this year. So she's opening in the evening. So go and visit them and have a nice cocktail and maybe a small snack. They're doing that sort of thing. And that's your news from around the world and Kefalonia in particular.
You access this place by, if you come in the direction of, from Augustoli way, you'll come down towards Catellios. You'll see the triangle, the famous triangle bit of road everybody complains about. But, you know, if you live here and you're used to driving on that side of the road, it makes sense. That's all I'll say about that. But anyway, yeah, you pass that triangular piece of road on your way to Scala, and you'll see on the right-hand bend, take it steady because it's easily missed. There's a dirt track, which brings you out to here. Now then, if you want to get away from the hustle and bustle, as I always say, and I always do like doing that, this is another good beach. Further along, we've got the big sandy strip of Mundau and all those beaches. Probably visit those another day. I've done them before. But yeah, this is a strip of beach, mostly sand, although there is pebbles towards the water. That's Katelios in the distance there. Now these things here are where the turtles have laid their eggs. So if you're rocking up here, respect that. And we'd all appreciate it if you wouldn't put your sunbeds next to them. Where that couple are now is probably a respectful distance away from where they are. So yeah, we're going to go into Katelios now and see how busy that is. So I have noticed that pretty much all these people here are local. I've looked at the cars and most of them are local type cars. There's 2 hire cars there, that's it. No foreign plates either, because that's something else. This time of year we get a lot of Romanian cars and vehicles from that sort of area, Italian, that sort of thing. Haven't seen a lot of that either, really. Right, here we go, Katelios bound. Turtles nesting here this year, which is interesting. As you can see, plenty of ways to park here, and as you can see, these are all sort of local cars. Which is good because it means some Greek people are having a great time. I'd like to see that. The Serbian registration number there. So yeah, they're all Greek. The rest of them. Right, now I've got to turn right here. You could walk straight on into Katelios from there. But I've got to turn, otherwise I've got to drive the bike across the beach, which would be a bit tricky. Not saying she wouldn't do it. There's the famous dream catcher. I'll take the Hobbit there one day. As you can see, it's not too bad for your hire car. Just take it steady. And as I've said time and time again, take it steady and be aware that some of the bigger stones and rocks are very sharp. And we'll take the tyre out quite easily. Anyway, let's get back to Katelios. here. Of course, a lot of people who aren't used to driving on the right don't get it. It's not a criticism. I would have probably struggled with that when I first came here. Right, so we were right up the other end there a minute ago, just ridden round Katelios, and it is very quiet, very quiet. What's a bit disturbing is it's gone 6, and usually around that time most of those tavernas are starting to fill up with people that want a snack or something. And 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, people go for a shower, I suppose, don't they? But yeah, I've usually passed through here at this time of day. That's how I know, because I'm usually coming back from somewhere and popping out for a glass of water or something, or a coffee, maybe an ice cream. It's usually pretty busy. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I know there's a few of you that holiday here on a regular basis. Ian, Redmond and Sarah are a couple in particular that know a lot about this area. As you can see, I'm very hot. It's been a hot day and I've been travelling around filming. I'm now going to go and find something cool, long and refreshing to drink. Now then, interestingly, as we rode through, all those places down there got, if they're lucky, a handful of people in. The place that I use a lot during the winter when it's open is pretty full. So I think I might sit there and get myself a coffee and a glass of water, or I might have an ice cream and a glass of water. Then we'll have a wander around, see what's happening. So I've gone for the ice cream and cool down a bit, and then we'll have a wander around and see what's going on. Right, so we'll leave the bike in the shade a minute and have a little wander around and see just how things are going for people in Katelios. We're on 7 now, by the way, as you can tell by the daylight. Lots of fish if you want fish to eat. Now this is the place where me and Robert famously came for something to eat, and they had no food. Didn't have very much of anything. The girl was a bit grumpy that was serving us, if I remember right. Leave in the comments if you've eaten there and it's been good. I'd like to have a balanced view. But yeah, I think you'll agree. It is pretty quiet. Now, it's a double-edged sword, really, isn't it? You know, it's a very slow season. So my friends aren't making as much money as they would. That all has a knock-on effect, and then I suspect some places probably won't open next year. I don't know. Having said that, the people who live here, it's probably slightly better. I've noticed there's a lot more Greeks on the beach than usual. So yeah, that's a good thing. I don't know. Leave in the comments what you think about all this. I know that there's been three lots of flights cancelled. Manchester, Glasgow, I think it was, and Bristol by EasyJet. And apparently EasyJet didn't start flying till mid-June. The season's already started by then. So yeah, I'm hearing off my friends that are coming out to see me that the flights are very expensive. So I don't know. I mean, the Hobbit's found a few cheap flights because we have to come and go, as you know. So I think if you look, they are there. Leave in the comments if you're a pro at that sort of thing. But yeah, Catellios, quite quiet at the moment. That's a nice use of an old tree stump, isn't it? I like that. Yes, I like that. So I think I'll head on back to Villa Joro now, get some tea, because I can't afford to eat out all the time. I'm not on holiday every day, which is if you're going to live here, you have to accept that you're not going to be doing much of that. Unless you're a millionaire, of course. The Bucket's favourite shop. It's a shame he's got all that fish in there and nobody eating it. Have a look at the prices, and because people have been saying it's expensive, and I'm not sure it is really. I don't know whether you'll be able to get that. I mean, yeah, look. Toasted ham and cheese sandwich, $4.50. They've always been that sort of price. You get coffee there, Greek coffee, $2.50. I mean, and free sunbeds as well. Look, if you're a customer here.
I remember you.
Yeah, I remember you. You're on my Facebook now.
On your channel.
Yeah, that's
Nice to
right.
see
Yeah,
you, sir.
say hello to the YouTubers.
Yeah. Follow this guy. He's great. He's
Tell them to buy a ticket. It's very quiet at the moment.
At the moment, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Oh, hopefully. Yeah, but
Hope
it's
to see you soon.
yeah. I'll come for a coffee later in the month.
I remember you.
Yeah, I'll bring.
follow you.
Yazers. There's one of the local characters. Now, I think Ian Redmond knows him. In fact, I think he's pretty famous. So, I'm going to get back on the bike and get home. Right, if you're one of these people that eats a kebab
in the UK without being drunk, this is for you. So in the pan there, I've got some chips sliced up like French fries, cooking in olive oil, I have to admit. Pita bread there that I'm going to heat up in a minute on my crepe pan, which is here. I found that if you heat that up, it gets them just lovely and warm. I've cut a bit of salad and some garlic there. Got some mayo, some hot sauce, and in here, from the butcher's, we've got a kebab, lamb kebab. None of your rubbish, made with good meat. It's a bit hot for cooking, to be fair. I've had to close the kitchen door. But yeah, kebab night tonight. Might even have a little red wine. The thing is, it gets so hot here in the middle of the summer, July and August, that red wine, well, it's like drinking mulled wine. You have to keep it in the fridge. Anyway, that's my tea. So yeah, a crepe pan. I'll drop the pita bread onto there, and when it starts to expand slightly, then I know it's done. You can slice it down the middle, put the filling in there and your kebab, and it's just like you're back in Torquay. Well, actually no, it's not. It's better than Torquay. There we go. We'll give that a few minutes on each side. Right, the kebab's about cooked. We'll take that off the skewer. This is lamb, by the way, from the local meat market by the castle on the way to Augustoli from Peritata. I'm sure a lot of you know that place by now. If you stand on his front doorstep, I've shown him on the channel before several times, but if you stand on his front doorstep and look up, the castle's just above. So, there we go, we'll cut that up. Now, as you can see, that's bloated up now. Oh, that's hot. Don't forget to turn your ring on. You don't want to leave your ring on, it'll get too hot. Oh dear, see the innuendos, and Andy and the Hobbit aren't even here. Right, so, as you can see, this is bloated up quite nicely, for want of a better word. There you go. So what I usually do, I'll let that just let some of the hot air out of that for a second, because we're going to put some lettuce in there. So what I'll do now is I'll put a lettuce leaf both sides. You don't have to put the salad in, but it's just that when I was drunk in the bad old days back in Torquay, the good old days really, I used to have a right old laugh. I used to say, "Do you want everything on it, mate?" And I'd go, "Yeah, yeah." It'd all be running down my shirt on the way home. Bit of mayo. Doing this one-handed is quite difficult. Now this hot sauce, I think I got from A&B. You don't need a lot of it, even if you do like your stuff hot. Now I like a bit of heat, but as I've said before, I'm not one of those people who has to have it so hot to prove that I'm a man, so that I can't taste anything. A bit of garlic in there. Will this fall apart like the ones you used to buy in Torquay or wherever it is that you are? It was Torquay for me. You bet your bottom dollar it will. It'll make a right old mess everywhere. So make sure you've got a tea towel when you're eating it. A bit of mayo, down it goes. A bit of hot sauce. And then more of the veg. I've got cucumbers and tomatoes out the garden, onion I had to buy. And there you go. So we'll put that with the chips that I did earlier. That's a great meal. Of course you can if you want to. Just top it off with a bit of that just to make it look a bit nicer. There we go. There you go. Kebab and chips. Villagero style. I'm going to go and eat that now with a glass of wine. Oh yeah, and for those of you who like to know about the cost of living, which won't be relevant if you're watching this 3 or 4 years after I filmed it, but in 2025, it's July now, those kebabs work out, it doesn't by weight, so they're around €1 each, €1.20, something like that. So it's a really cheap meal, really. You know, one potato and those and stuff out the garden, job done.
Amazing. What am I saying?
Right, Robert. Well, Rudge is not here, so he won't know, will he? Do you want to do the end of the video?
Oh,
Because
okay.
he won't know, will he?
Yeah,
He might
okay,
be
yeah.
a bit cheesed off about it, but he's not going to know.
Yeah.
Okay, right. End of the video, take one.
If you like this video, hit the like, the subscribe, and whatever else it is. I can't remember. What was it? What I got to say?
Cut.
What have I got to say?
Like, share, and subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Oh, right, okay.
Take two.
If you like this video, hit the like, the share, and subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Amazing. Clapperboard. That'll do, will it?
Yeah.
Ow! Fuck.
There's an end of video, take one. What, stand there by the pole? Ah, well, that's a good bit of stuff, isn't it? You put that in the way, can't see the mountain. What do you mean it's too windy around the other side? Have we got makeup? My hair's everywhere. I'll stand a bit closer that way, shall I? Yeah, can you see me now if I do that? No. End of video and titles. Why are we doing this here with the pole? Because it's in the way, isn't it? I mean, I can do a bit of pole dancing. Girls will like that, wouldn't they? What do you mean I can't do that? Oh. Take 1 million, end of video and titles. Well, I've been told that Robert's already done this bit. He's done the what? Oh, he didn't say thank you to the viewers for the. Oh, okay. So that's why you want me, is it? Yeah, okay. I thought I got the day off. Well, if you visited the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thank you ever so much. Massive, massive help to me just at the moment. The weather today, it's about 28 degrees. Take no notice of the British press. They say it's like 40 something when I looked this morning. It's not. It's been pretty cool the last couple of days actually. But it is very windy today, as you can see, which is why I'm having to film this here with the lap dancing pole that we put up for the Hobbit. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. And I do read all your comments. It's just so I don't always get time to answer them. Somebody asked me apparently about where I got my Papka's curry mixes and spices from. Ian Redmond mostly, although there are other viewers that bring the stuff out for me. I've got the best viewers in the world. They bring me all sorts of stuff out. Tea bags, Yorkshire tea bags, naan breads for Mouse next door, chapatis for me, and curry spices and mixes and stuff like that. Anything that I can't get here, generally
you lot are very good to me. You bring it out. So that answers your question. Robert's brought me a load of stuff this time, a pressure washer, a new phone. That's just, I'm very humbled by it all, to be fair. I've got the best people in the world watching me. So I hope you're going to come back next week, and I hope you enjoyed the video as much as we enjoyed making it. Next week, you'll see my son arrive on the island. I haven't seen him for a couple of years, and I missed him. I pretty much brought him up till he was about 6, him and his sister. So yeah, we're pretty close. It was really nice to see him. He's travelling around Europe at the minute, having a bit of a break from work. So at the moment, I think he's going through Italy towards Paris as we speak now. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week. And remember, dreams do come true. True story. What a great day to be alive.